観測者が現れるまでもその前に私っていうものを現れたところいつでもそこが見る者側が私。
So, potentially, if they're willing to act in this direction, the Fukushima incident is a perfect opportunity to start exploring alternate forms of energy that are not dangerous.
今日本で引き寄せの法則っていうものが2回目のブームが来てますね。
Well, they have to understand, first of all, their core true vibration. People do not have to learn to attract the preferred reality. They have to learn to stop keeping it away with negative belief. That's the big difference that many people on your planet don't understand about the law of attraction.
地球の最新動向、例えば福島っていう事件も僕たちはあったし、そういったことを受けて、なんか日本の人たちにこれからの地球の最新動向をもし伝えてもらえたら助かる。
Potentially, if they're willing to act in this direction, the Fukushima incident is a perfect opportunity to start exploring alternate forms of energy that are not dangerous. If enough people are willing to act in that direction and really put their focus on it and their resources on it, the entire country could be utilizing free energy, non-polluting energy within 10 years if they focus on it.
2016年の秋頃から地球に大きな変化があるエナジーが見えるよっていう話を聞いたけど、
I am not allowed to.
ただそれは大きなポジティブな変化があると。
I am not allowed to comment. It will depend upon the state of being of every individual as how they experience the things that will shift. We have already recently delivered some more detail on this in a recent transmission, but that is all that we can say for now.
できない理由は誰かが止めてるのか、それともなんか介入してはいけないというか、なんかそんなルールとかあるんですか？
I am not allowed to tell you why I'm not allowed to tell you.
ただ、just you can say 2016年の終わった。それは春分の日っていうのは一つの起点になります。
I am not allowed to talk about it.
じゃあ秋っていうのはいいんだねって思うんですよね。
As I said, fall of 2016 will be a focal point for the beginning of a series of shifts where many things will change. Right now, that is all we are allowed to say. You're already beginning to see in the period you exist in now some of the things that are leading up to some of the things that will change. One in particular is your recent announcement of the discovery of liquid water on your planet of Mars.
Bashar says, Anunnaki made our human. それってちょっと詳しく聞いてますか
？They introduced their genetic material into the natural hominid that evolved on your planet to create Homo sapien, yes.
日本ではアマテラスっていう名前があるんですよ。ゴッドネームで、彼がこう言って日本人じゃなくて人間っていう種族を育ての親として降りてきていると宇宙から。
Many cultures remember many of the Anunnaki coming down to teach them things, that they came down from the sky and taught humans many things. Yes, this happened all over your planet. But after the humans spread everywhere, then of course the Anunnaki had to go where the humans were spreading. Anunnaki created many different stations around the earth and brought humans to different places on the earth. Then sometimes they would go back up to their mothership and come back down, and many of the stories of the gods rising into the sky or descending from the sky are simply stories of memories of Anunnaki or other extraterrestrial beings coming and going. In fact, if that hadn't happened, Earth probably would not have the religions that it has today. Because most of your religions began from the idea of treating the old extraterrestrials as if they were gods.
最近日本で腐食が流行っています。それの腐食のエネルギー源をバシャールに直接言いましょう。要するに僕たちからしたらビリーブできないからそういうの。
The electromagnetic field of the earth. As the body introduces more silicon and is capable of receiving and processing more electromagnetic energy, what's going on in the intestine is no longer as important. It starts to shut down over time.
じゃあ悟りを起こしたがってる日本人がいっぱいいるんですけど、アドバイスください。
The same advice we have discussed already. You must act on your highest excitement to the best of your ability with zero insistence on a particular outcome. then that will automatically lead to more ability to see the true nature of existence and therefore enlightenment. When you are true to your nature, you are in alignment with creation. When you are in alignment and in harmony with creation, then enlightenment is just the way you see things. You see things more clearly. Being in alignment with creation and seeing things more clearly is like being on a mountaintop instead of down in the valley. You can see farther.
グラビトンはこの次元では空気だと違う次元では水のような状態になってるって言うんですよね。
Well, any dimension is simply a different frequency of reality that contains an alteration of what you understand to be the laws of physics. Our civilization is now, and has been for a while, exploring a dimension in which gravity is very different and acts like a fluid. For simplicity, we refer to this simply as the inside-out reality. In other words, in your dimension, you have what appears to be empty space with planets and stars in it. What would normally be empty space is filled with gravitic fluid that has bubbles in it, and on the inside of those bubbles are where other beings can live. Rather than on the surface of a planet, they live on the inside surface of the bubbles that are in the gravity fluid that fills all of the space. It is a very interesting dimension.
ではこの日本のその3と8を大事にしているどっちもなんですけども、大麻っていう植物を大切にしているけども、今大麻は規制がかかっています。
Well, it's one of the natural teachers that grow upon the earth to help create altered states that allow you to understand how to perceive different dimensions. But when fear-based belief systems became more prominent, then people are afraid to look within themselves, and therefore they restrict anything that would aid and assist you in doing so. It is not so much considered important because of the idea of the extraterrestrial connection. It is considered important because of the idea of its connection to altered states of consciousness that allow you to perceive other dimensions of reality.
じゃあそれを使わずともバシャールたちと交信できる時期についてじゃあ聞きたいんですけども、2033年にはもう絶対になるって昔から言ってますけど、それは今でも変わらない。
Between the idea of 2025 and 2033 is the highest degree of probability for the beginning of open contact with extraterrestrial civilizations physically, yes.